You'll never believe what I did. Another late night post. I'm fighting hard for consciousness, so let's keep it short and sweet. So I made a list. Now lists don't just keep my life in order, I can actually track the evolution of my list making in the past and actually see where I didn't have my shit together. I just can't explain the feeling of power that I get when I complete everything on a to-do list, or like when I go to the grocery store and I'm not even tempted to buy anything that's not on the list. More personal than that is how one of my happiest summers was spent with an amazing friend, and the two of us just making sure that every time we'd hang out, we did something that was on what I call the impossible summer list. It was filled with everything that we wanted to do, from watching Audrey Hepburn movies to taking a trip to Belize. And more fun than that, it grew faster than we got anything done, but it made sure that we made every single hangout fantastic. So tonight I've made an impossible vlogging list containing everything that I could possibly want to cover. I'll be using this list as insurance for future videos. So when I think there's just too much to do, or when I'm just making up excuses, or when I'm losing steam for this project, then I will know that it is time to turn to the list. Theology. Well, duh, that's like the only thing I ever do. Right now I'm doing a postmodern pet project, but soon I'm gonna get to mythopoeia. Mythopoeia, which is a fancy word for myth making. Made even more fancy because J.R.R. Tolkien made it up, and I will take any opportunity at all to talk about the Lord of the Rings. Especially the interesting way people use it in pop culture, especially the way that Americans do it. I mean, we live in one of the weirdest places in the world for religion. It's one of the only countries in the world where people were not ever really killed en masse, specifically for religious reasons, and it's got this really strange culture of religious marketing. And then there's the invention of gods and cultures of worship. Pro-anorexia groups, book clubs, and far-right NRA members all seem to have this kind of thing in common. The organization and interactions and philosophies seem to mirror religious behavior. And I'm sure that you've seen people at the grocery store who seem to worship at the altar of veganism. Oh my gosh, I'm so hungry. So let's talk about food. Ceremonial food, and ritual food, and festival food, and I guess that also applies to the opposite of food, which is fasting. Wow. I feel so much more motivated to talk about the things I like. In fact, I think I'll do that tomorrow. But for now, I'm gonna call it a night. I'll see you next time.